Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to LGE for this Thursday tier race for Road to Glory in their second race of Season 10. Last week we were in Miami, where I'm going to say it now, I'm going to get it wrong. I think Chuckle Brothers won the race and Chuck Brothers was in second, so there is a definitely a clash between those two drivers. I think we've got a full grid tonight for this full qualifying session here in Spain for the Circuit de Barcelona Catalonia. I'm alongside Lee, as I will be for the foreseeable future in Thursdays and Sundays. Hopefully we'll have a cracking one day with the full grid.
Yeah, it's looking like it's we're going to be able to get full use out of the grid. Sorry, right now, just sorting out the links.
He was off guard, ladies and gents. Whoever's
Yeah,
watching, he was off guard. So yeah, we've got the 20 drivers. As I said, the two brothers, the two Chuckle Brothers, finished first and second last week in Miami. We had a wet qualifying session, if memory serves, and it was a dry race after that. Not sure what we're going to have today. No drivers come out yet with 45 seconds gone. I say that, a Red Bull driver, I think, is just about to come out of the pits. Along with another driver. I think that might have been an Alpine further up the order, or further up the road, should I say.
yeah,
It was an Alpine.
Perrin Bowden and Royal Rumble first to hit the track there.
Now, is it going to be a dry, is it going to be a full dry session for this quali session, or are we going to have some rain in the race? Who knows? So, as I said last week, we won't know until it happens, and Bowden's actually getting right out the way there so that the Red Bull go through first. He doesn't want to be setting the fastest time first off, Lee.
Yeah, well, it's could be the wise thing to do with the track. Yeah, that wee bit to try and get a bit of slipstream hopefully, but I mean he's sticking right by him, so with that he'll be able to get his tyres up to temperature a bit quicker, I would imagine. But we'll have to see how that's going to fare out for him. Is it going to help him or not?
So, we did it last week, Lee. We didn't do it right at the start. How do you fancy us? Just so this, I'm kind of dropping you in it again. Going for a lap with Royal Rumble. And of course, actually, we're just getting into this chicane. It's going this season. This will be the last time it's used. Anyway, should we go for a lap, Lee?
Yep, so here we'll go around the final corner stump. His lap DRS is going to be wide open here. And he's coming down the start-finish straight. And we'll see getting heavy on the brakes and line it into turn 1 and 2 there, keeping it nice and tight into the apex. You've got this long right-hander of turn 3. You've got to be careful not to understeer at that, and then you've got turn 4 slightly banking there. Let's see just on the inside, and then the 6. Sector 1 there, just back a wee bit. Forgot that. Let's see how he's gonna do up this section. Do have a tendency to end up spinning out there, but he manages to keep it in nicely there. See how he gets around this new part of the track. This first time on this game that we've had this, but when they practice on this up to now into the final part of the track, he was going to the slow chicane section. My God, it was going to be going and getting the hell out of this track. It's not needed. Across the line, 119.336. Nicely done there from Royal Rumble. Perrin Bowden seems to invalidate it there. We'll keep going through, see who else is on the lap. Aki.
Noob is next, I think, to settle up. The other Alpine driver goes into first place by just under a second, 9/10 faster than the Red Bull driver of Royal Rumble. I think Bugatti is next, Lee. Or is it the Alfa Romeo?
I think it's Aki and Alfa Romeo, see what he's going to do.
Yeah,
19.1. Nicely done.
Bugatti. I think he
Must have
was
spun out.
he spun out or bailed out. Oh, is Kieran spun out at turn 3, I believe that. He now gets back out on the circuit. Oh, he's onto the gravel there. I'm getting flashbacks.
Uh-huh. Yep, I remember that one.
As we're watching Danny Apex negotiate the final Apex. It's the same as well, so he must have spun out or backed off. Very similar time, actually, between Bugatti and Apex. Here's Bowden. 19.3. So, his Prof he's spun out just after turn 12, just before turn 13, the chicane at the end of the lap. Who have we got next? We've had Cunning Fur, who's crossed the line. We've got Hixie, who's gone into 3rd place. Looney Man into 2nd place. But that time from Wanted Noob is Bugatti gets a little bit closer to Wanted Noob's time. Just saying, Wanted Noob time is very, very competitive indeed. I must say, 4/10 faster than the 2nd place driver at the moment. So we'll just watch Taylor Danny in the Aston Martin. Says he's gone purple in sector 2. Turns 13 and now 14 and 15 comes up on you fast, even though they are slow corners. And into the final corner, he does invalidate out the final corner. Got his left front up onto the sausage curb on the exit of turn 16. So he's going to have to go again if he's got the fuel to do so. He does. You see on the top right of his dash there on his steering wheel, he's got 4.1 kilos of fuel remaining. I think that is, rather than laps. Prof now, who spun in his first attempt, now trying once again, or he's going to start an attempt, I think, because he's got full battery and ready to go one more time. As Lee Craig has just started a lap as well.
We've got to sit on board with Prof here and see, as he did do quite a quick lap there, and it appeared to be a warm-up lap, I would imagine. As
yeah, it was.
So we'll be doing 2 warm-up laps, it seems. And this will be his flying lap now. It seems to be ripping it quite effectively here, as he's coming around the kink of turn 6. Oh, 7. Ooh. Man, just keep it in to 8. Nice. Through 9. Alright, DRS will be open now. Hard braking. Letting it flow into turn 10 there. And around all went there into 12. We'll see how he's going to be doing coming through sector 3. What time is he going to be able to put on the board? Does he just come into the final section of the track now?
AJ Baker as well, he has just set the fastest time in Q1.
Oh yeah, just know it started there, 14 thousandths of a second. Ooh, and Crawford won at 18.827. See one like that. Fixes off the track.
We got, I think, the next man to set a lap is going to be Taylor Danny, who did invalidate the lap before, or a couple of laps before.
I think it might be Ginge. Who'll be the next set a lap.
No, he's on 100% battery.
Alright. Fair point. Taylor Danny, let's see what he's gonna do. Coming into the final section now. Man, just get the rotation of that Aston Martin done nicely there. Around the final corner, DRS open for the final stretch of the line on 118.477. Oh, and checking in blunts. What the hell? A
Wow.
117.869.
Wow.
And then Barry Jocko as well. Even quicker than that, a 117.
Gene's
No.
going to be happy. Very, very happy. Myra has crossed the line as well with an 18 dead or an 18.033 to be precise. Track's getting quicker, Lee.
Oh, yeah.
As Chuckle Brothers is coming to the line now. The Alfa Romeo driver sticks it in first place in Q1. 0.2 faster than his arch rival or arch sibling, should we say.
I'm just on board with McLaren of Ginge right now as he's navigating the final chicane, just coming up to the last corner now. Let's see what time he's going to put in, as it does look like quite a quick time. Second place, the 117.760, just over a tenth behind Paul Chuckle there. Let's see, we'll stay on board with the Haas of Kieran right now. He's just came through sector 1, he's into sector 2 right now. And sees he's coming into turn 7 and 8 there. Managed to get the car rotated nicely there, keeping it steady, coming through 9 there. Nicely done. DRS will be wide open now, coming into turn 10. Nicely done. We'll see how this lap is going to fare out, as he's the only person on the lap who hasn't set a lap yet, as we've seen that he's invalidated a couple of times up to now. Now we do know that he got driver of the season last season, so where did he come? P10 with a 118.796. Nicely done there from the Haas driver. We've got Lee Craig in the Ferrari now approaching turn 1, coming through turn 2 there. And I do know that this guy does sometimes like to pull a fast one out of his hat, and sometimes just throw a spanner in the works for these guys at the front. So you see what he's going to be able to do in this sense. Were you there, Joe?
I mean, you were just on a roll, mate. You were just on a roll. As Lee Craig looks like he's on a roll as well with the purple sector 2. I say that every time though, but majority of the time it's lying.
You can't, this game's like it likes to have the mickey out you, so to speak.
Yeah, so out of the final 2 corners, the final corner now, flat through this corner, probably last year, it will be flat as we go to the 2023 configuration. I'm sure there's going to be a bit of a lift through that corner because it'll be ferociously fast, and Lee Craig goes 9th fastest with an 18.492. So Ginge is checked out, Lee. His stay in Q1 is finished prematurely.
Aye, so come on, I actually forgot this is actually full qualifying this time again. But in far, so
wakey.
Eggs and Becky.
Yeah.
Earth
calling
so
late.
It's going to be Pixie, Royal Rumble, Perm Bowden, Cunning Fern and Danny Apex up to now that are in the drop zone. We've got Naismith in the danger zone.
Wow. So we're just riding on board with Danny Apex in the Red Bull. Just making his way through Sector 1, just into Sector 2 now. Unfortunately, I wasn't paying much attention because I wasn't looking at the split time in the top right corner as he comes into, and my Gloucestershire came out so much then, turn 8 and now into turn 9. Was he flat through there, Lee? We flat now with turn 9 this season as we go through turn 10. Obviously the reprofiled turn 10 and then back the other way again through turn 11, 180 degrees before we turn 12, sorry, before we go into turns 13 as he gets on the yellow sausage curve on the exit there. Had a better final few corners as he crosses the line now. Doesn't improve too much. He's in that really tight midfield pack.
Yeah, I would say it is really close. I mean, between like what, 4th and like 19th, it's like 1.3 seconds between that much of the field. So I would say it is really close, and just even getting up like half a tenth even could end up setting you up.
So I'm assuming we will momentarily, very momentarily actually, very soon, we should see a bit of a frenzy out the pits, Lee, especially in the sort of bottom 8. Because I don't think drivers in sort of 14th, 15th, 13th, well, really up to 10th place can feel all that comfortable right now.
Yeah, I mean,
but no one's really coming out, so they've
that's quite surprising.
yeah, way too late now, unless our clock's out of sync, which
I
could
mean,
well be the case.
I mean,
Prof's
Hexie
going for it
just
then.
did.
No, sorry, he's not. He's coming in.
I mean, Hexie just came in the pits there with like a minute, 2 minutes on the clock there, so I think he didn't have enough fuel in the car. We've seen the Royal Rumble. He is just starting his time. Van Boden kunnen
1-2 noobs on the lap. Just riding on board with him at the moment. It's Chuckle Brothers goes even faster.
We get it, you're quick. Stop showing off. Oh, and you see Colin Fern going to go into the pits and deciding against it. And he was like the last corner. Being honest, but he never got a penalty or anything like that. So we'll see if he's going to be able to get out of this 20th spot. But he is going to have to gain at least a second on his time.
Danny Apex is off in the gravel, but I think he's run out of fuel, so he's definitely out. I'm just so surprised, Lee, that Prof has gone in, but especially from 13th, that they're not all out setting laps right now. But only a few of them deciding to go for it, as Royal Rumble moves up to 17th, so he's out in Q1 as Bowden has got through and he brings down Kieran, and Kieran is on the danger zone. Bugatti will be out. Cunning Fern really pushing the limits of that Williams, and again I think he's just pushed too hardly and it would have ruined that final sector.
Yeah, it seemed he was fighting through sector 3 there with the car. Just couldn't get the traction underneath him. So I think as well, deciding to go and start his lap, like deciding to go into the pits and then being like, no, I'll do it. But then that messed him up, the indecisiveness. But He's still got a full 33 laps of the race to redeem himself, so there's plenty of time for that.
Well, I'm sure as well. Kieran and Prof have both sat there with a big sigh of relief, I think, because
Yeah,
Bowden put in a pretty decent lap to get in that midfield and save himself for another 15 minutes.
yeah, I would say that. Done quite well. He was over 3 tenths up on his time coming into sector 3. So we'll have a wee rundown of the order after the first of the qualifying sessions. We've got Paul Chuckle finishing P1, Ginge second, third was Chuck Brothers, Myra was fourth, Chicken and Blunt's fifth, Looneyman sixth, AJ Baker seventh, Wanted Noob eighth, Taylor Danny in ninth, Lee Craig in 10th, Naismith coming in 11th, Aki in 12th, Perrin Bowden setting that cracking lap at the end, coming in 13th, Prof in 14th, and Kieran in 15th, just narrowly missing out. And Bugatti Sloven done Apex Royal Rumble Hexie, and Cunning Fern did not make it through to the second qualifying session. So we move on, and we see who is going to be the next 5 to be eliminated before we move on to the final of the 3 qualifying sessions.
Yeah, well, it's a bit better than it was last week, where a couple of the drivers got disqualified, I think, and then we only had 13 for Q2. We look like we've got drivers coming out very quickly, wanting to get on with it. Looney Man being the first man, and now we have a Ferrari as well joining him out on the circuit. Lee Craig, or in the pit lane, should I say, going out onto the circuit. Chicken and Blunts as well, who really surprised, I think, the pair of us with his lap that he just sort of, he just got it in there really when we were not really expecting it, Lee.
Yeah, I would say that it was quite unexpected, just out of nowhere to be honest. But can he do it again and manage to surprise you again and get through into the third qualifying sessions?
Are you okay? I think we're both
Brain
losing the
fart.
plot this evening. Yeah.
Just brain fart.
So, just as on out laps, Lee, just off topic, or sort of on topic, but off topic. Looking forward to the Saudi Grand Prix.
I'd say so, yeah.
Another Max Verstappen dominant race.
Hopefully not. I'm honestly getting sick of it. But I'm hoping Alonso could manage to come through quite nicely. And, well, he's my favourite, so a bit of bias there, I will say. But
Anyway, enough about bias, Lee.
the podium again.
It was nice to see him on the podium again. It was nice to do that. Aston Martin potentially looking a bit quicker than the Mercedes, who have already ruled themselves out, which I still think is a bit weird just to do that in the first race. But there you go. The car might change significantly in the season. It may not. Anyway,
Apparently, even Max Verstappen said that that Aston Martin has potential to win races. That's coming from him himself.
yeah, not unless he wins all 20 or 20, however many it is, 23. So Lee Craig looks like he's put in a pretty decent first 2 sectors as a Mercedes. I think that was Prof on the grass on the inside of turn 12. So he goes through 13 and 14 and now 15 before he goes to the flat out final corner of 16. He's going to set the benchmark for the other 15 or other 14 drivers to beat, and he's beaten pretty much straight away by Chicken and Blunts again with a 118 3. We saw about 118.7 at the end of Q1. Who's next, Leah? So we got AJ Baker potentially. No, it's not AJ. It might be Aki. Aki it is. Goes into third place with a 118.2 as well. It's Ginge. So it's two McLarens in the top 2 spots in Q2 at the moment. Who was that? Naismith. 118.7. Slowest of the 5 so far. Bowden just about to cross the line, saved himself, but doesn't get the best lap time in on his first attempt in Q2. Wanted Noob, I think, is next, Lee.
Yeah, I'm on board with him now. He seemed to have managed to get a nice sector 3 in. There we go.
Very nice indeed.
17.891. First of the runners in Q2 to get into the 1 minute 17s.
AJ Baker is about to start a lap. I think he invalidated his second lap as well, because he was already invalidated when he came across the line. Prof now.
Yep, it's coming around turn 9 now.
Nice and steady.
Wide open.
Turn 10.
Ooh, getting on them sausage curbs a little. You don't want to be getting on them going around turn 10. As that does like to unsettle the car.
So he comes into the final 3 corners, the penultimate corner, and now the final corner. His first run of this session puts him into 6th place with an 18.5. The Chuck Brothers just started his first lap of Q2, Lee. I'm sure we'll see his time in the top 3 for sure at the end of this lap.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, he is always constantly up there fighting for the wins and the pole positions. We're seeing, I think it's Taylor Danny right now. Yep, he's going to be just finishing his lap now, and we'll be able to see what he's going to achieve. A 118.864. That's good enough for 8th place. If he was a 10th quicker, he would have been able to get up into 7th, but unfortunately didn't. So we'll see Barry Chuckle in the Haas coming around the final turn now. DRS open, final stretch to the line, he gets 3rd. So there you go, just as you said, Joe. Gets into the top 3.
Only just. And really was only just, really. There's 3 drivers in the top, in the 118.2s. So, Looney Man's just started a lap.
Kieran just improves there with a 118.7, 2/10 quicker than his previous time. So he's moved up to 8th.
I reckon the potential cut-off, Lee, for Q3 might be an 18.5, which is 6th and 7th at the moment.
Most likely, I think.
Something around there, I think. I think the top 5 at the moment might be already safe with their times, but we did see the track really ramp up in the first part of Q1. All the way to the end, it got a lot quicker, and it may potentially do that again in Q2 to the same effect as the man comes into the 3rd sector. He did a 52.
But fucking Paul Chuckle there, going around turn 4, I think it was there. He got a bit of kick it over scare, nearly bottled it into the wall there.
Well, he's been able to keep it intact, keep the car intact. His Looney Man crosses the line. 6th fastest, 118.4. So yeah, it's very close in that bottom few positions in the top 10. So Chuckle Brothers span it. Turn 4, was it on the exit turn 4?
Yeah, it was going through turn 4. He just got a kick there, going through it, and well, nearly, when he corrected it, nearly sent it into the wall. Managed to save it, but he's away to go and start his second lap now, I think. Yep. See how we go. And I'll be able to see what he's going to be capable of if he's most likely going to be able to get through to the next qualifying session. Considering especially since...
Ooh.
Mind you, commentator's curse is happening.
Yeah, potentially. That was... Yeah, that was a big kick of oversteer there in turn 2. I think he got up on the curb.
Yeah.
And that curb isn't kind to you on the apex of turn 2. Nice and smooth there through the exit of turn 5 as he runs down the semi-straight to turn 7 with the kink of 6 already completed as we now go into turn 9. DRS open, down the back straight into turn 10, which really is now a satisfying corner. If you get it really right, it's one of those ones that you can take really different lines for, and it can work out with a similar kind of lap time as we go through 13, 14, the penultimate of 15, and now the final corner. 1:17.891 is the time to beat, and he does with a 1:17.743. So that spin didn't phase him, Lee.
No, it didn't, but I reckon he could have got a 17.5. Talking about 17.5, we've got Myra with the 1:17.558. That was a liar a lot.
So we've got AJ Baker trying again to get a lap time on the board. He's only got enough fuel to do one run and not enough time on the board to get another lap in. They come in the pits and come back out again.
It's a tough one.
So this lap's going to have to be a barnstorming lap. Uses all of the exit curve out of turn 5. That's the way to run the car there as he now comes through turn 7 and 8. And as you see Taylor Danny, yeah. Oh, has he got a slight toe off Chuckle Brothers there? Turn 10. Doesn't use all of the road, keeps a shallower line, like I said. Some other drivers have been right out on the Astro's curb on the outside, or the Astro turf of the curb. AJ Baker into the final 3 corners. Is he going to be safely with probably his one and only lap? Goes 7th.
Well, let's see, we've got Prof, Lee Craig, Kieran, Naismith and Karen Bowden who are all in the drop zone right now.
Yeah, Chuck Brothers as well is close to that with Aki and Ginge. They are by no means safe, and I think my 18.5 has gone well out the window, Lee. It's probably closer to like a 18 dead actually, with the way the track's getting quicker and quicker. Maybe an 18.1.
I think people are just getting sweatier and sweatier, but that's not for me to say. We'll see.
Or people want to hear it.
So we've got, let's see, Van Wooden is invalidated, so he's not, I think he's going to be out of this session as he's not got enough fuel either. But Naismith just over to come across the line. I think he's on an out lap. Yep, he was. So we've got Lee Craig coming into turn 9 now. Nice and smooth, managing to get the car rotating nicely, keeping it smooth through there into turn 10. Taking care not to hit them yellow curbs on the inside, as they like to unsettle the car. Come into the final section here. It's so chicane. Turns 14 and 15 into turn 16, the final turn. It's flat out DRS open, final stretch of the line in 18.1. Good enough for 6th place.
Yeah, so as I said, it's so closely down to really from 5th to 11th, just over 2.5 tenths.
Yeah, I would say it's quite close. We've got Ginge just about to finish his lap here.
Aki finished his lap.
Oh,
Always Ginge goes into first place. 17.3. Some of these drivers who haven't gone out, they like wanted new. He's potentially not safe as it stands. Chuck Brothers, he is in the danger zone at the moment. I think he's about to start a lap, so we've got 15 seconds left on the clock. A load of drivers who are already finished their laps, I think. So, interestingly enough, Lee, that Prof and Kieran and Bowden are all going to be out, as well as AJ Baker. That lap that he set a few moments ago, we were watching the entirety of the lap. He's not going to be able to get through into Q3 anymore. Chuck Brothers is though, and he's about 1.5 tenths down on his first time, Lee.
ooh, that isn't good.
Oh, is he? Oh, he's ramped. He's out. He's out in qualifying. Chuck Brothers is going to be starting from 12th on the grid. This is sometimes, Lee, why we love full qualifying. It can really throw up some surprising results, can't it?
Oh yeah, certainly. I mean, it's just giving you more chance for error, really.
Done the exact same time as AJ Baker as well. And he's moved up to 11th because he's retired. That's a bit controversial. He was in 12th.
That's this game.
Yeah.
High five, yeah. High five.
Yeah. Also, from the conversation we had last week, talking about different things in the spectate mode, have the actual qualifying things come up? Why can't we have that with the 3 purple, green? You have it in the F1 Manager game. Anyway, I'll let you do the rundown, Lee.
Alright, so as we see here, we've got Ginge who manages to get in with a 117.388 there. That's the fastest time we've seen so far. Myra in second, just over a tenth and a half there. Taylor Danny in third, 3 tenths off. Fourth was Paul Chuckle Chicken and Blunts was fifth. Wanted Noob in sixth. Naismith in seventh. Lee Craig in eighth. Aki ninth. Looney Man in 10th. He just managed to miss out on being in the drop zone. But we've got Barry Chuckle, AJ Baker, Prof, Kieran and Perrin Bowden who won't be continuing on to the next session. So, who do you think is going to be getting the pole?
I'm going to go with Ginge.
Ooh.
I'm going to go a bit left field. I'm going to say Ginge.
Now, is it
No
just me or
pressure.
is it a bit more overcast?
It is, but I don't think it's going to rain.
No, but the track isn't going to be as grippy, I don't think.
No, we've had this discussion before. When the track cools down a little bit, it actually gets a bit faster.
How?
We've literally had this conversation before. I think this is like the third time.
Oh, God knows. We've had many conversations, dude. Come on.
Um,
How am I supposed to remember them all?
yeah, it just cools the tyres a little bit towards the end of a lap.
Yeah, fair point.
They're not so heated, so overall over a lap it usually is a bit of a better lap.
But it's a game. Come on.
I'm no mechanic or engineer or anything. just don't quote me on that.
Oh well. So we're down to the final 10 minutes here.
Yeah,
Of
10.5
Golden
minutes.
Road.
6 drivers out on the track. 7 now. With Aki just emerging from the pit lane. We should see everyone out on track in a minute or so. Who's going to be the first driver, late?
It's Noob, who is just starting his lap right now.
So we got Noob, who's going to be first. We'll try and remember this orderly. Then we got Taylor Danny, and then Lee Craig. Noob, Taylor Danny, and Lee Craig. Right, I'll remember the first 4. You remember the second 4. We're actually going to do something right for a change. Myra, that's my other one. Checking in blunts is
10.360s at the final corner.
yeah. So he might not be in your list there, Lee. So miss him out. So we're just riding with Noob at the moment. We'll get that lap delta up. I wish it would stay up for all 3 qualifying sessions, but it doesn't. For some reason. Of course, he's setting the benchmark, so he will be setting the purple. He's got Danny close behind to set the next lap. You got your order late?
Yep.
So we got Noob, who's going to set the first time. 1:17.6. What's Taylor Danny going to do? A 1:18.2. So that's quite a way behind. We now got Lee Craig, which I didn't get to in time. Sorry, with a 1:17.8, and then we've got Myra just coming across the line. Doesn't look like he's put a quick. Oh, he has put a quick one in. A 1:17.5. Who's next, Lee?
It's Naismith Meyer's teammate. He's coming into turn 14 and 15, the final straight now. See how he's going to come through. And DRS is going to be wide open now, final stretch of the line. He only puts 5th fastest. See,
Who's
RTG's
next?
coming the final little bit here.
Okay.
And this doesn't appear to be a quick enough lap. Goes P6 for 118.9. That could just be a warm-up lap. Chicken and Blunts, he did mess his lap up, so it's going to be on to Paul Shuckle in the Alfa Romeo. This is going to be a quick one by the looks of things. A 116.894. First
Wow!
of the into the 116s here.
Chuckle Brothers goes on to provisional pole with a 116.894. Wow.
Sweaty. See you next Tuesday. So we've got Ginger coming around the final corner now. Is he going to have a counter for this? I don't think he is. A 17.6. Way off the mark. That was an outstanding lap, I would say.
It really was. We've got Looney Man now starting his first lap. He's probably just got enough time to get in the pits and get back out again.
Quick one.
It's always lovely. Back with us in a few moments. Chicken and Blunts, of course, is I think setting his first attempt. He is a good amount up on his time, goes into 6th of 1:18.136. The highest driver in the 1:18s, Looney Man, back with him, just coming through turn 5, through the kink of 6, and now into the braking zone of turn 7. And then the flat out 8 into the flat out, or the mild lift of turn 9. Should put a sure we would have found out, Joe, wouldn't we? Turn 10. Again, using that shallower line. Through turns 13. Really, really nice negotiation of those final few corners. 1:18.3 as well. So every driver's in the 18th or the 17th, apart from Chuckle Brothers, who is in a league of his own at the moment. With an 8/10 gap. It's probably one of the best qualifying laps he's ever done, would be my guess. So now we're going to have a bit of calm before the storm, before the final runs in Q3. I'm sure they're all going to wait to the very end. Oh, is Looney Man staying out, I believe, here, and he's going to go for another attempt. I think he might just have enough fuel on board. He's trying to get that battery charged up. It doesn't charge up all that quickly in one lap anymore. So we've got 2 drivers already decided to go out quite early on.
I think that would be quite an intelligent idea to possibly drain the fuel a little bit more and maybe do 2 out laps.
He did already set a decent lap though, Looney Man, so he has used the tyre.
Alright, I thought you were on about Noob and Myra.
Ah, sorry. Yeah. But Looney Man's going to be the first. This must be his final lap with the fuel he has on board. The time remaining on the clock, the checker flag won't be out when he finishes, but he won't have enough fuel to go again. The tyre will not be in a really good enough state anymore to have another attempt.
You could already see the wear already starting on the front tyres. You see that it's not got that shiny new coating anymore.
Rev the nuts off that through turn 9. So we go into turn 10. He is up on his time, but by 1 millisecond. Final 2 corners. He's not going to have enough time to get in the pits and come back out again. 6th, 1:18 when he was 0.2 faster in the end. So we got Myra. Looks like he is setting his final attempt early on. Goes into 2nd with a 17.1, almost hitting that 1:16 barrier. 17.5 for Wanted Noob. They definitely haven't got enough time to get back. So that will be the end of their qualifying. So who's up firstly in the final runs? Unfortunately, we haven't kept a count. I think Aki might be on the lap here though, Lee.
Yeah, I think he's just finishing a lap. No, I think Lee Craig just went on his.
1:17.9 for Aki. Yeah, so... Oh yeah, I think Lee Craig's gone again. So Taylor Danny will be the last driver. Sorry, we were a bit more organised in the first runs. We've got Chuck Brothers as well, just starting a lap. Some drivers have started their laps a little bit early. Ginge is on a lap. Just trying to work out who else is on a lap. Chicken in Blunts is invalidated. But he will be able to go again because the checker flag isn't out just yet. So Chicken in Blunts will actually be the last driver to finish a lap. We'll just have to roll with it like we usually do, Lee, I think.
Yep.
Lee Craig's about to finish a lap, I think. Goes into fourth. 1:17.5. I think it would have been Aki. But it's
not going to have enough in tank.
It's Naismith next. See how good this lap will be. He's 10th at the moment. Last place in the top 10.
Oh,
Fourth. As Chuckle Brothers looks like he's going even faster. He's going to cross the line any moment now. He's got his 1:16.894, his personal best of the session. He does. He smashes it by another 2/10. Taylor Danny finishing his final lap of qualifying. Goes into fourth. Ginge ended up in third place. Chicken and Blunt will be the final man to finish a lap in qualifying. 8th fastest. So only one man league got into the 1:16s and by 4/10.
I mean, that's just unreal, to be honest. But we've still got Ginge, who's coming around the final couple of bars. He's bailing out.
Yeah, I did say that for, yeah, they're, oh, is Naismith on it? No, he's coming in as well. I thought it was, yeah, it's just a few drivers are out of sync with others. So that's where the confusion came in, unfortunately.
So, yeah, so we've got Paul Druckle P1, but quite a fair margin, it's fair to say.
But of course, it could all be spoiled into turn one.
True, it could be. Mind you, there is 33 laps of pure racing about to take place in just a few moments.
I don't know the answer to this question, Lee, so this is why I'm asking you. Have we got sprints this season?
I'm unsure.
Okay, we'll leave that for I'll leave that for another time. So final time, Lee?
Here we go. We've got Paul Chuckle in Alfa Romeo getting P1 with a cracking lap of 1:16.7. Myra in P2, Ginge in P3, Taylor Danny in 4th, Naismith in P5, Wanted Noob in 6th, Lee Craig in 7th, Chicken and Blunts in P8, Aki 9th, and Looney Man in P10. So
we got that one done in time, didn't we?
plenty of time.
So it's been a while, but we've got the full 20 drivers back. And it's going to be interesting to see the strategy choices here, Lee, because there is clouds overhead. But I was saying the strategy choice is an interesting one here because it's not the easiest place to overtake.
No, I would say that it does all come down to strategy here. And it is quite a weird one, as I'm seeing. It looks like only Kieran is deciding to go in the hards right now. Well,
Are you seeing that from the race director?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
that is slow in Royal Rumble, also choosing to go on the hard compound. So it looks like there's only going to be 3 hard runners. Fair to say that it doesn't look like anyone has gone soft here today.
No
We've
one.
got Myra, Kieran, Bugatti and Royal Rumble have all gone hard. Well, the rest have got
Interesting.
mediums.
Is Myra going to get swallowed up at the start?
I mean, if he's going to be able to get a good launch, get them tyres up to temperature nice and early, then he could have a chance if he gets it into turn 1 and just hold the Alfa Romeo back.
So, I think a lot of drivers here, Lee, are going to go for a one-stop. I think potentially some of these might go for a hard to soft tyre, maybe at the end. So
Yeah,
a lot of chance for a safety car here, though.
Yeah. But then again, them hard runners could also make up the distance during that time.
So, just watching Chuck Brothers, we have the pit stop strategy come up on your screens there. It looks like a 2-stop, more likely than a 1. Is Chuck Brothers is frantically warming up those medium tyres. Not as easy to warm up. So Myra's got the more important job. Is the only man in the top 10 to be starting on the hard tyre. So he really needs to get himself a good launch. Otherwise, he might be in a bit of trouble when we get into the first couple of corners. As the field now just starts to bunch up. Final preparations as Chuck Brothers is invalidated. He's well outside his pit box. So that is going to be encouraging signs for Myra. Lee Craig is also, and Prof. They've all gone too long in the box and get that penalisation of dropping back a few metres from their ideal spot. Of course, we've got fantastic camera angles for the start of this. And we've got 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we're away in the Thursday tier in Spain, and Chuckle Brothers doesn't look like he gets the best of starts, nor does Myra, but Taylor Danny is going alongside the Alpha Tauri, gets past the Alpha Tauri. See how late on the brakes he gets as he now moves up into second place. Myra is being swallowed up by the drivers towards the front, and looks like he's got a Ferrari behind him as well as the Alpha Tauri and the Alpine. As the Ferrari and the Alpha Tauri go side by side through turn 4. And looks like we've got away scot-free of incidents in the first few corners. And Taylor Danny has moved up 2 places. Ginger stayed in his position, and Chuckle Brothers has gained a major advantage. But now we have a yellow flag. Looks like Bowden has fallen to the back of the order, lost 5 places now. Looney Man as well has lost a good few places. He goes side by side with the Williams through turn 9 as we go down towards turn 10. Oh, a bit of a dive there from Looney Man, but he decides to back out of it. Has the inside line though for turn 10. Very exciting first lap, Lee.
Oh yeah, definitely. It looks like you've got a spin in Myra. And he's and he's got damage. He's got damage to that front wing of the Alpha Tauri. And that's put him right down the back. Not kind of want on lap 1. But then again, we've still got 30 odd laps still to go. See, it looks like 2 rolling.
Oh no, he's having an Esteban Ocon race. 1.5 seconds is the gap between the top 2 as we've got another driver dropping down. Looks like it's Aki who's spun. So Ginge is right on the back of Taylor Danny. We'll just have a refresh on the tyre situation for everyone. So Myra's now gone on to the mediums lead as well with that 5-second penalty.
Oh, and there's contact between Danny Apex and I think that was Bugatti Slovan going around turn 9.
Oh,
Danny Apex went and hit the back of Bugatti Slovan there, getting just a bit too close.
as it looks like DRS is about to be enabled late. Chuckle Brothers takes another fastest lap, but he has got competition on that front. Some drivers got some decent pace at the start of the race.
I mean, it's not all about the start of the race, but how it ends.
Oh, it's Ginge! It's round
Oh!
at turn 3.
No,
So,
of course he wasn't on one. It would have been into the side of him.
oh, Lee Craig and Wanted Nuber going side by side. Lee through turn 4. The inside line for the Alpine. Wanted Noob moves up into 3rd place.
Oh, but Lee Craig looking for the switcheroo there, but unfortunately doesn't manage to pay off. He's looking for the inside into turn 7, and Noob shuts him off of the yellow flag in sector 1 there. And I think Lee Craig, is he going to go for it here, going into turn 10? He's looking for the inside line, but he's just not close enough. DRS not providing to be powerful enough. I think Winnie Man is having a not see anyone else.
Well, it's just this group behind Lee Craig, or sorry, Wanted Noob. They're all very, very close. As Chuckle Brothers seems to be extending his lead. This is going to be a bit of a... Oh, it's Lee Craig goes up the inside of Wanted Noob. It was pretty easy done. But is it over? Just yet. We've got more drivers overtaking towards the back.
No, Ginger. Oh, no, we've seen Cunning Fern just slide out in front of Ginger going around turn 3 there. So that's Cunning Fern most likely down to near enough the back of the grid. And he's climbed up that ladder and he's fell back down again. We'll see.
Oh,
it's yeah. Turn 10 on the inside, and it's looked like Barry. Oh, look, they're down the inside of Wanted Noob there. Looked like he was going to possibly try and capitalise, but he's got better of it.
Yeah, this battle in the for this podium position, which it really is at the moment. There's quite a few drivers very close to one another. Lee Craig being the only driver in this queue not to have the DRS, but there's drivers with it who seem to be fighting for positions. Chuck Brothers is trying to make his way through the field, now gets himself up into 5th and up the inside at turn 1. He's on the charge in that Haas. He's got Naismith, who's his next combatant, but is he going to conquer that battle? He'll have to potentially try in turn 1 or turn 10, the 2 DRS ending braking zones. Oh, he's Cunning Fern has lost a place towards the back. Absolutely amazing camera angle that was, seeing all the drivers just going through turn 9.
We've got Perrin Bowden and Cunning Fern side by side coming into turn 5 here. And it's like a bloody Electrics tractor, just side by side constantly.
Not anymore.
Not anymore now. Cunning Fern manages to secure that 18th position and drop any more places. Look like Arke might be able to make a move on Royal Rumble here for 14th position here. Managing to get past nice and easy there. Just a superior speed of having the DRS enabled there.
Saved a bit of his battery as well. He probably deployed it down the straight. It's rather powerful when you're able to use a lot of it. And of course, it's breaking free. It's Bowden tried to go up the inside of Cunningfern and he's gone into the side of him there. It was a bit of wheel-to-wheel contact really, but he was on the inside and he's come off worse and done a 360 pirouette. Doesn't look like he's any damage. We only caught it in the braking zone, so we don't know if it was a real lunge or if he was right to be there. Naismith
From 10, 11.
losing more and more places as the other Mercedes. The Looney Man moves up. Ginge is thinking about it as well and does think about it. Turn 13. Don't see moves there very often, especially when completing it around the outside of turn 14. That was a fantastic move.
I was just about to say it, and I thought that would have messed him up for getting the DRS, but it didn't. So,
Okay, able to defend.
Nicely executed.
Side by side here between the Mercedes and the Haas of Prof and AJ Baker, and the other Merc getting involved now, going around the outside at turn 3, almost off the track there as he went around the outside at turn 3, moves up into 9th place. Who says you can't overtake it, Barcelona?
I think you did, didn't you?
Shh. It looks like Myra's got past Bowden as well, and now he's down in 20th. Still, all drivers are still racing as we're close to getting onto lap 8.
I think Kieran was having a look at Winiman there at getting that position back, but unfortunately, on 9 didn't get proper exit. Just on, trying to get past this Mercedes duel that's just ahead of him in 8th and 9th.
Oh, is Danny Apex? Has he spun again? He has. About to lose another place to Bugatti there, and Cunnings is a bit too far back. Chuck Brothers almost onto the podium positions, Lee, as Naismith moves up on Ginge. Really good comeback drive from his 11th place start. Oh.
Turn 3, yep, no. So that's another one that has spun at turn 3. I've been noticing that quite a bit, as I think a lot of these drivers are running quite low downforce, trying to make the most out of that straights here. But unfortunately, it's hindering them quite a bit in the corners,
especially in the high speed, yeah. So this queue is formed once again behind Lee Craig, and it's almost caught up to second place as well. And of course, Chuck Brothers looks like he's in a bit of a title fight with his sibling. Wants to at least be getting second place. Looking to the inside for turn 1 on Lee Craig. Backs out with a bit too far back, but gets on the power way too early through turn 2 and spins, and all those positions he's made up, he's lost about half of them in one corner.
Yeah, just that was quite unfortunate there for Barry Triple there. He's a fighter though. I could see him getting right back up into that podium position again, as this race is far from over. So we've seen the Mercedes right on his tail right now. We've seen Danny Apex with a 10-second time penalty for corner cut.
Wow. This fight in the midfield though.
Seems like Danny Apex had enough. Yep. Or should I say S10 Ocon? Oh,
Is
coming
that
in
who?
third.
Is that who I said it was? Oh. So this battle in the midfield, Lee, is so close.
Lee Craig's just near enough away from wanted noob. Just managing to stay within that 1 second margin, but just slipping now and again, I would say.
Yeah, they're definitely
Oh,
stronger in
Ginge and
different.
Naismith are side by side there, going around turn one. Inside Manchester. Nicely there on Naismith, moving up into 10th position. But then we've got Naismith looking again. Is he going to have a move to the inside? No, he isn't. He did get close enough to make a move into turn 4. But he thought better of it. He's going to be patient and wait this one out. Lee Craig's fell back a little. Oh, and I say that, he's fell back quite a lot into the bloody wall. You can't park there, mate.
Shouldn't laugh. So I think that is the it is safety car deployed. What driver's going to do? They're all coming in on lap 10. Does this mean we're going to see can the hard seat? Can they do 23 laps, 24 laps?
I would say so, yeah.
23 laps will be.
Oh no, let's see, is Naismith going to go for a wee jump? Is he going to do it? Nah, can't get it in here. Oh, that's a pity.
Anyone on the hards? Kieran's on the hards. Where's he going to come out? He's going to go flying up the order now with most of the drivers, or all of the drivers ahead of him, in the pit lane. Second place. Third place. Fourth place. We'll get there in the end. Everyone else decided to pit. Hard tyres. So is this a race to the end now for the majority of the drivers? And that was funny, Lee, wasn't it? With the it wasn't funny, unfortunately. Drivers did crash out. Nothing funny about it, apart from you couldn't park there. But I was going to say, Lee, it was a bit like buses, wasn't it? Nothing happened for the first 15 minutes.
And it's just action.
Three of them came at once.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're down to 17 in this race in Spain. Sorry, what have we got next week? Oh, I already know. I think it's USA. I think it's COTA. I think it's the United States Grand Prix next week. So we have Miami last week, which is the Miami Grand Prix. This is going to get really confusing this year, isn't it?
Yep.
How long will it be until all the races are in America?
I mean, we've already got 3, for God's sake.
I don't mind them having 3. 3, but 3's enough. I wouldn't. Yeah. 4's too much. Like if they said they were going to have a 4th, I'd be like, "Where's the race in South Africa?"
Exactly.
Does actually bug me.
Scotland. Never mind South Africa. Get it up here.
You've already got one.
No, let's get better. I'm greedy.
Just think about that, Lee. If you get going political now, if you get your independence, Lee, you won't have a home race anymore.
Cool. Cool beans.
Anyway, really off topic tonight. I just got a horrible feeling we're going to get. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not doing the commentator's curse. I'm not doing it tonight.
What, rain?
No. I'm not saying it.
I mean, it does look like it could rain. But I don't know if I reckon that with
There,
the
there,
way
there, there is
tyres
a
and
chance of precipitation, yes.
so
I'm using big words now. I need to stop. It'll hurt my brain.
you're not an intelligent person.
Well, it was lovely doing 12 laps of this race with you guys. So, safety car in this lap. So the only driver not to pit, especially, well, in the top 10 definitely,
Kieran.
is Kieran, yeah. So we'll just see. Kieran's the only man not to stop. Sorry. So the only man not to stop is Kieran. Chuckle Brothers is still leading the pack on lap 12. We get going on lap 13. Gets a really good jump on second place. Warming up his tyres on the straight. He's got the lap time, or the lap delta, I should say, to do so. As Hicksy is round in the gravel on the exit of the final corner.
Sorry, Chuckle and Looney Man were side by side. They're going into turn 1.
He makes up the place, so he's got back up into 7th now, Chuck Brothers, and I'm sure he's not going to make the same mistake again at turn 2. As we go down the back straight before the DRS back straight, and now rising up the hill into turn 9. I think we are flat in qualifying, but there's a big lift in the race with all the fuel loaded and all that extra weight you're having to carry around with you until it starts to burn away. As we see the pack is still as close as it was before the safety car, but until that DRS is enabled, Lee, unless someone makes a bit of an error or just a much bigger tyre,
That's weird. On board we want Noob there, and it seemed going into turn 14 as Taylor Dunny hit the apex. It was like a big puff of like black smoke. Oh,
how strange.
Flag.
Yeah, I think that's
That
Royal
Bowden.
Rumble's. Yeah, Bowden and Royal Rumble are in the pits. I'm not sure if Royal Rumble's retiring. I don't think he is actually. No, he's actually just going to pit.
Front wing.
As I said, there is high chance of safety cars here. We've already had one. I'm sure we could easily have another one.
Yep. And also, anyone watching live right now, feel free to fire your comments in the chat section below. And we'll get back to them. Saying wanted Noob is still managing to keep this gap to Taylor Dunny and Aston Martin just up ahead in second place. Now, and I could tell that once DRS is enabled, I could see. Oh wait, there, Loney man.
Yeah,
Around at turn 10.
yeah, he's fallen all the way down to 14th.
From
Two Mercs
eighth.
were very close. Yeah, two Mercs were very close together, or one place in front of the other. As we now have DRS enabled, so I'm sure the fighting will resume like it did before the safety car, as we're close to half distance in this race.
So, AJ Baker's making a move on the inside, going into turn 1, and he's managing to make the move stick nicely done there from the Ferrari man up into 4th position there. Managing to make the most out of that slipstream there.
Yeah, so he moves up to 4th place. We've got Kieran, who's the only man not to stop. When is he going to stop, and what's he going to go on to? More than likely the hard tyres, but he does look like he's a sitting duck here.
He's on the hard right now.
Yeah, he is, but he hasn't stopped.
So let's see.
And it's starting to become evident as well. see him come around turn 13. As I said, that bit of track there, just above, at the top of our screens there, that's where the drivers are going to be coming from this season. It used to be like that before 2006, I think, until they changed it to the clunkiness it is right now. As Chuck Brothers, looks like he's getting past Chicken and Blunts, whereas I thought Chicken and Blunts would be getting past Kieran. That hasn't been the case. Now, is Kieran going to let his teammate just sail past, Lee? What do we think?
I reckon it'd be the more intelligent move as to play the team game, as we do know that Barry Chuck is in contention for the title, as he's sitting in second place right now, right behind Paul Chuckle.
He's in the lead of this race.
Yeah.
So he needs as many, so he needs as many points as he can get. It's a short season, only 10 races. So we'll have to wait and see as we get down to the start-finish straight, because that would be the place to let him go, Lee, into turn 1. Saves them the most amount of time each, but the pair of them.
Oh, yellow flag.
Oh, Naismith.
Oh, he was doing quite well as well. But I'm suspecting that you could see Ginge.
Oh, is he defending to the inside? Or is he just going to let him go past? I think that was him letting him pass.
Sorry, Ginge is making a move on Prof. Easily done before the braking zone, up into 8th position. Now Aki's right behind Prof. Could we see him making a move in turn 4? He's having a wee look down the inside. But I think he was hoping to throw Prof off there and hopefully make him force him into making a mistake. But unfortunately, the balls of steel of Prof proved effective once more. Now we'll see who else is close together.
Battle for second place, Lee, is very close now. Looks like he's gone out of DRS range from AJ Baker as wanted noob. Oh, he's just crept back into it again, and the detection point's just there. Yeah, he's just been able to keep himself in contention. But it looks like Taylor Dunny gets a really good exit off that final corner. Gets close, but not close enough to make a move. Further back. This time into turn 1, it's quiet of overtakes.
Oh, we've seen Aki making a move on. Oh, he's going to make a move on turn 4 again.
Oh, it looks like he's got good traction though. Out of turn 4. Switcheroo at turn 5. No. Tries to go to the outside and now looks on the inside.
This battle on.
Oh, Chicken and Blunts.
Oh, and that throws them off course. But is that going to help Aki or Prof here? But they've both got the DRS.
Oh, yeah, Aki's going to. Oh, they're so close. Looney Man as well, trying to go around the outside, goes off the track. He's got the AlphaTauri on the. Yeah, Myra trying to get back in. Yeah, in the top 10 as they go side by side. We've seen this already today. Is Looney Man though just loses the rear? Yeah, as we see Kieran pit. Maybe Kieran's pitting at the best time now with all the drivers.
Oh, just looked at the time there. I looked like wanted Noob was making a move.
Yeah, they've been close for a long time. Chuckle Brothers, though, I think that gap is sort of equalised a little bit, Lee, I think.
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, it's Chicken and Blunts. Trying to look at the inside. Aki looking on the inside of Prop. I think these are all putting off strategies, dummies
Oh, there.
from these
Checking and
three.
blunts. Go for the inside. He's got the
Oh,
outside for turn 5 here. Oh, and Aki just squeezes and pushes him out to the outside and takes that 8th position back.
he's flashing like crazy though, Lee. He's got absolutely no battery left.
Oh yeah, he's... Yep.
So, oh, as he makes a slight bit of contact there with Aki. Oh, and Aki, Chris Chicken and Blunts has been in contact with Myra there. I think Myra touched the back end of that McLaren.
That'll most likely be one sent to Stuart then. Let's see, it looks like Aki's going to be making a move on Croft now. See that light flashing and letting him know, come get me, this position is yours. So let's see.
Still as close as it has been at the front. And I said, Chuck Brothers hasn't been able to gain any time. I think probably the DRS train in front of him just helping them stay ahead, I think.
Yeah, most likely.
I think these drivers must be going to the end. They must be.
Yeah. I mean, these medium runners, most likely not, they will be jumping onto softs. I would say maybe a lap 24, 25 maybe. Just a rough estimate.
Oh. Bowden's retired, so we're down to 16 in the race now.
So that's but unfortunate that he's decided to bail out. But then again, the show must go on. As I've seen Myra getting a great traction out of turn 16 there, and with the aid of the DRS as well, easily getting past Bagay Slovin there on that start-finish straight up into 10th position there. He is abusing them curbs, and the thing is, it's a bit shaky doing that, especially at turn 2, as we all know what could happen there. We've seen it happen earlier on in this race. Now we've seen this battle here still for 2nd position, but AJ Baker there managed to creep up ever so slightly, nice and slow, creeping up to the back of this group ahead. Barry is just managed to keep it just 2.5 seconds back.
So, as I said only a few moments ago, a couple of times now, that so I think we got a comment there. Sorry, that's why I stopped talking.
Oh yeah, here we go. It's from Perm Bowden. Said he is injured and his shoulder is killing him and he can't carry on. My deepest apologies. Peace. That's a bit unfortunate, bud, but you get some rest and feel free to just kick back and enjoy the lovely commentary of us folk. And
On this lovely race.
yeah, pretty much.
So, Wanted Noob still get as close as he has been since pretty much the safety car ended. But it just seems like every time Taylor Danny gets such a good launch out of turn 15 and on to the turn 16 final corner. But I say it, this time he is a little bit closer, Wanted Noob. I think that straight line of that Aston Martin straight line speed is something else, honestly. It really is. He's been able to hold on for a good number of laps now with AJ Baker as well. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once. I just sounded a bit odd as Looney Man goes up the inside of Prop. I was just keeping an eye on the two Mercedes as they got closer and closer.
Yeah, it's. I would say that this, like you said, the straight line speed of that Aston Martin, and it does appear that he's managing to whittle away that gap to Paul Chuckle up ahead in P1. As you see, it's coming down slowly, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think.
And yeah, Chuck Brothers is just falling back even more now. The further into the stint we go. The field has spread somewhat, apart from that, apart from the two Mercs. And Myra just then getting back into DRS range. It's the battle for second place between these three drivers that's not lifted for. It's got to be about 15 laps now, Lee, getting close to.
Yeah, they've just been right nose to tail for quite a while. Ooh, wanted Noob getting a little bit shaky there coming out of turn 4 there. Just not getting the traction needed right away on the exit.
And I have to be honest as well, they've also been keeping. We haven't spoke about them at all. Pretty much this whole race. Chuckle Brothers, they've been keeping him healthy. You know, the whole race. Like he's not got away. They have made sure to keep a load of pressure. I mean, if Chuckle Brothers makes one even minor mistake, they're going to be close to getting within DRS range. Major mistake, yeah. They're potentially these guys will be fighting for the win if it carries on the way it's been going.
So Myra's getting right close to the back of Prof here. Let's see him eyeing up a move for 9th.
And he won't have DRS from his teammate. Oh, he spun out. Did actually put Prof off. As Cunnings has now left the session finally as Myra goes up the inside. Or on the inside, should I say, because he didn't have to go up the inside because he got it done well before slamming on the brake pedal.
Yep, so instead of going from 10th to 9th, he's run from 10th to 8th there.
In two corners.
Nicely done. Yep.
AJ Baker now looking threatening. Very close in the middle sector. So Chuck Brothers still, it's pretty much the same gap. This trio between second and fourth, between first place and fifth place, they're pretty much identical, eh?
Yeah, the average times have just been
so consistent.
Identical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if the DRS. I suppose it isn't helping though, because Taylor has not lost that second place up until now. Do you see Chicken in blunts?
Oh,
getting himself a penalty.
He's spinning around down at turn 14 there.
Well, he's got a 3-second time penalty. It's nice to see not a load of those. Are you okay?
Sorry.
It's it's funny to see. It's funny to see. Why are you sometimes? It's nice. It's been nice not to see the black and white flags so much on the side of the screen, because this usually is one of those tracks where you can get a a time penalty.
Yeah, it's especially coming around the final section, turn 14, 15, 16, I would say, and then
Yeah.
turn 9 as well. Is a bit of
Yeah,
a
turn
feeding
9's
problem.
one. Turn 10 probably as well now.
Oh, just seeing it looks like
So
they're going
close
out there.
together. It's almost like a train now, Lee. They were
He
so
is
close.
sniffing at his exhaust fumes. Well, see, AJ Baker's having enough of this, and it looks like he's having a go down the inside of turn
Oh,
4. Oh!
yeah. Oh, he's
Oh,
now
and he's
round the
drifted.
first time that he made an attempt at moving up positions. He's now spun round. He's down in 5th. Ginge may overtake him as well. He is going to overtake him. That's going to be a position you didn't think he was
Okay.
going to get. Aki's going to be close as well. The tyres are going to be warm, too warm,
Yeah, no,
as he
no, he's went
spins
again.
once again at turn 5.
Did
This is
Prof get him?
lap 27.
Yep.
Hasn't been climbed for him. Prof, yeah, he's also going to move up as well. Bugatti, he's going to be outside the top 10. Oh no. Looneyman is, wow, is close behind him. So unless he gets those tyre temperatures under control. Oh,
I feel bad. Come on.
anyway.
I think he forgets this is Formula 1 and not the ballet.
I don't think it was very eloquently.
No, it wasn't.
So,
Um,
it's a two-way fight for second place now. 3 has become 2. We've only got just over a handful of laps remaining. That time has come down a tiny bit to first place. But then when we go to another section of the track, it evens back out again to about 2.5 seconds, as it has done ever since the safety car restart, or pretty much the start, to be fair.
yeah, the gap has maintained quite well, but we've seen Taylor Danny with a 3-second time penalty.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
Commentator's curse. I said earlier on I wasn't going to do it. Say no more. So, wanted noob is just going to... He is literally just going to have gone... that's it. Like he just has to stay behind him now. There is no pressure involved really, unless and it gets a bit squeaky bum time if he gets outside the DRS. That in my head, that's when I worry.
Let's see, Kieran could be able to make a move on the guy Sloven here. He's got the DRS, slipstream DRS activated. Nicely done, easy done. Well before the braking zone. Moves up into 9th position there.
I was really looking forward to this battle for second place, and there's a little... Well, there's a little bit of me that wants to get a penalty. But then Chuckle Brothers will get it. So I also don't. I feel like as well, Chuckle Brothers is somehow... He's come up with a second wind, I think, because probably knowing that he's got a time penalty ahead, he will be able to see Taylor Danny on his personal little timing screen, get 5 drivers you see, including yourself, so 2 ahead and 2 behind you. He's got a chance of getting on the podium, Lee, if he gets on with it.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to gain about half a second at least. And he'll know that. And he'll need to get that gap reined in.
Because it will be some, it'll definitely be a bit of a silver lining, I guess, to his race. Just even being able to get that 3rd spot on the podium. Doesn't lose as many points to his rival. Chuck Brothers' teammate, however, Kieran, who's the only man not to pit under the safety car, is on the mediums. Looking more than likely, with the laps remaining, unless someone makes a mistake ahead, that if he gets past Prof here, 8th place will be his final finishing position if it all goes according to plan. We have got Bugatti though creeping up as well.
Yeah, ever so slightly, but at least they're worrying about the battle between themselves for good position. What is he going to run out of laps here? We've not got many left.
No, we haven't. We've got 3 including this one. That Chuckle Brothers started a sector ago. Kieran now gets past Prof on the DRS straight before the braking zone. I think it was the greater traction out of the final corner, the final 2 corners, which would have really been the prominent reason of the overtake there.
Seems the guy Sloven's eyeing them up, but then again he's got a time penalty.
Yeah, he's one of 3 who've got a time penalty. I don't think Chuck Brothers has got enough to get this back. He did make up some time, but he seems to have lost it again. Got a yellow flag. I think that might be chicken in blunt. He's just getting out of the way of other drivers. I wonder if Wanted Noob is going to want this second place on the road. I don't know if it was Yuli, but me, if it was safe to do so, I think I would go for it.
I mean, if you've got a chance of getting first, then I would go for it.
And that time has actually come down significantly, Lee. I don't know if Chuckle Brothers has just eased off a little bit because he knows he can. I think that might be what it is, but I don't think he really had a gap to Sunday drive cruise, Lee.
No, I mean, I would say you've got to be careful, but one might be wanting this on the track just to make sure that just in case Paul Truffle up ahead and the Alfa Romeo messes up.
Wanted Noob. Sorry. Wanted Noob's got a decent amount of battery. A bit more than Taylor Danny, and of course he's going to have DRS where Taylor Danny is not. I think he's going to go for this, Lee. I think he's going to go for the second place on the road. I don't think he's going to have enough though. No, but he still looks like he's going to get that second place. Yeah, I think Chuckle Brothers just lifted off a little bit because it was a couple of laps before the end. But as I said, they've kept him honest all race, Lee, but he's had a quiet one. We've not spoke about him, but I suppose that usually from a streamed point of view is your best race, not really being seen. Out in front, always in the midfield. Bugatti now gets in front of Prof, but of course he has got a time penalty. Bugatti, what time penalty has he got? 6 seconds. Exactly. Yeah, so 6 seconds. So we're on the last lap, Lee. Chuckle Brothers is coming into the final few corners. A fantastic start of the season for him. He took pole position by a big margin. He won last week in Miami. He came across to Europe and he's won again in Spain. And the top 3 will change around a little bit, with Wanted Noob moving up into second and Taylor moving down into third. Chuck Brothers finishes in 4th. It was a pretty decent comeback drive though, especially after the spin mid-race. Ginger, quiet one for him, comes across the line in 5th. Aki 6th. Myro started in 2nd place. Really had a race to forget. Kieran, strategy didn't work out for him. That safety car was timed rather badly for him. Biassi as well. Prof moves up, and the two Mercs come across the line side by side pretty much. Look at that, they half a tenth between the two Mercs. So coming home in formation, and now the Aston Martin Hickses, his teammate, got on the podium. He finishes in 13th place, and Royal Rumble was the last man to cross the line.
So, we've got another in there.
So Kieran got driver.
Basin saying evening fleet and friend. So yeah, it's Joe. Right. But
yeah, yeah. Sorry, I was going to say. So Kieran was driver the other day. I probably Wanted Noob. I think had a really good drive. To be fair.
yeah, I would say so as well. I mean, there's a few drivers out there that had quite good drive. But yeah, so to see Paul Churchill coming onto the podium there. And getting that trophy, there we go.
Final standings, Lee, before the timer
So,
starts.
look, and we'll see that Chuckle Brothers, he had quite a good race there, nice and quiet out in front there. Wanted Noob was battling for second. A lot of that race, Taylor Danny came home in second, but due to that time penalty, got kicked down to third place. Barry Chuckle managing to secure fourth position from starting 11th on the grid, Gingin 5th, Aki in 6th, Myra starting second, moved down to 7th, Kieran in 8th, Prof in 9th, Looneyman 10th, Naismith in 11th, Bugatti 12th, Hixie 13th, 14th was Royal Rumble, Chicken and Blunts 15th and 6th. Well, that was it actually. AJ Baker, Perrin Bowden, Lee Craig, Cunningham Fern and Danny Apex all didn't finish.
So there we go. As I said, I will double check in case I was misquoted. I don't think I was. Misquoted, should I say? Uh, yeah. So next week is COTA. Of course, the United States Grand Prix in Austin. And of course, we'll be back before then, Lee, won't we? On Sunday night.
Yep, just before I go, we'll have a wee quick look and we'll see.
Oh, I'm happy. We've got Imola. I just read it and it said Imola. Interlagos on Sunday, and that usually pretty much always is a good race.
Sweet. So, we'll catch you all in a few days.
Yeah, Sunday evening at 8 o'clock. Make sure you're there to watch Road to Glory's Sunday tier.